What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Chatterjee, and welcome to another episode of Life is Blurry. Today, we have none other than Stephanie from 90 Day Fiancé, who actually I have the utmost entrepreneurial respect for. Seriously, of anybody that's been on this pod so far, I have to tip my hat to. This girl literally sold jars of air for money. Literally made air valuable, more valuable than it actually is. And she's going to explain how she did that later on. But can I just give you the warmest of welcomes? Stephanie, thank you so much for coming on the show. How are you?
Thank you. I am doing very, very well. As you know, Shake, I have been forced into an early retirement from farting. Yes, forced into an early retirement. I'm still farting, but just recreationally.
Okay.
Just for pure fun.
Why don't we give the listeners some context here, just so they know?
Yeah. So, unfortunately, I flew a little too close to the sun. Greed got the best of me. I was producing more farts than is humanly healthy. And a few weeks before Christmas, I was taking a few too many orders under my belt, and I was drinking a little too many protein shakes, eating too many bowls of black bean soup, and it was nighttime. I was feeling not too good, and I was feeling a tightening pressure around my chest and was thinking that I was having a heart attack. So I texted my friend and I said, you know what? I think this is the big one. I think I need to go to the emergency room. So I had my friend take me to the emergency room, and I start describing to the doctors like everything that's going on in my life, like my medical history. And everybody who's watched me on Before the 90 Days knows that like I have this rare blood disorder called aplastic anemia. Like I don't take, health very lightly. So
wait, how long till he figured out the fart thing? Did you like lead with that? Did you include that in on your own, or was it like he had to draw it out of you and you're like clutching this last piece of evidence to your chest? I want him to figure it out without me saying that I sell farts. I want him to figure it out.
I didn't say that at all, actually. I was a little bit embarrassed because, as a woman who works in the adult industry, there's a stigma. And I didn't want
There's a stigma. There's a stigma around mental health, okay, Stephanie? This isn't a stigma. I don't think this is a stigma. This is like a whole nother thing.
There's a stigma around sex work, but there's definitely a stigma around selling your farts. That's for sure.
That needs a word of its own. It's like something more like specific to it. It's in a category of its very own.
For sure. And so I didn't tell him that I was selling my farts, but he definitely took notice that like there's something odd in this girl's lifestyle because she's consuming an alarming amount of protein.
Yeah, what's up with that? Is this one of those new fad diets?
Yeah, like she is clearly not a bodybuilder, judging by her soft features. So
hey, those soft features are wonderful features. All right, I mean,
thank you.
Honestly, I just to give the audience a little bit more context before we even got to this point. Essentially, you are very open, you're very sex positive, body positive, and you developed quite a following on a few different platforms, and one of them is your own platform. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, I mean, since we're jumping to that, I guess I'll also say that in addition to selling my farts and, retiring from selling my farts because I almost thought I was dying of a suspected fart attack. I am a CEO and founder of my own fan subscription platform called Unfiltered, UNFILTRD.com. And it is one of the fastest growing fan subscription platforms on the internet. I'm so proud of it. We have thousands of members already in just 6 months of launch. We have over 100,000 members, and we feature some very well-known reality TV stars, some from 90 Day Fiancé, some from other reality shows that you may know. And we have some pretty incredible features like ticketed live events. We actually implemented a new feature. It's called Shorties. It's kind of our own spicy, sexy version of TikTok.
Ooh.
Where you can endlessly scroll through, sexy little clips that people can upload. And we are about to be one of the first sexy subscription websites that also implements both cash payment and peer-to-peer crypto payment, which
Hell
is
yeah.
cool because people can now access their funds instantly with crypto. So, can receive Bitcoin payment from members and, receive their Bitcoin instantly and not have to wait for banks to give them their money.
Okay. Just so, for the people who don't like kind of think about the implications for this, like, so crypto being decentralized and like cash being pretty unregulated, somebody could hypothetically take fat stacks of cash from whatever it is they're doing. I'm not here to judge. Okay. To a Bitcoin ATM, deposit that, then have all this money decentralized on the internet to basically use for whatever it is they want. And one thing that they could do is go on Unfiltered and just like, in a peer-to-peer, exactly, that money, it's not getting taxed, it's not getting anything. It's just cash into Bitcoin or Dogecoin,
and it's directly being sent to the creator. So you as a creator on Unfiltered, you gain access to that money instantly. You don't have to wait for a bank to verify or to, you don't have to wait that 3 to 5 business days, 7 days for that transaction to process. You get it right away. So I think it's amazing thing. So we're going to be, one of the first platforms to be offering that peer-to-peer crypto exchange. I'm very proud of that. Like, I've always been involved in the crypto community. So one thing that I wanted when I started Unfiltered was to implement cryptocurrency into my platform. We're also looking at ways to integrate NFTs into the platform. So that's definitely going to be a next step.
Definitely. Yes. Yeah. We got to talk about that.
So definitely. So Unfiltered, it's my baby. I am the sole investor in that platform. All the money that I personally make on Unfiltered, I have funneled back into the platform in developing every single feature. So every single pussy picture, every single titty picture that I've sold on that platform has gone back into developing every single feature you see on there. So
for the pussy, by the pussy.
For the pussy, by the pussy. Yes. So, I'm very proud of this platform. And the end. Mwah.
Oh, love that. Oh my God. I am inspired, Stephanie. God damn.
You.
I feel incredible right now.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a profile on Unfiltered. Not
Shake,
because anybody
please.
wants to see my bod, but because oh, thank
Shake
you.
Them
all right.
titties. Shake them titties.
Okay, well, no titties here to shake, but I'll find something else to shake. But
I got the name for it.
I got the name for it. Maybe I'll shake some dick on there. Who knows? Maybe, probably not. Let's be honest, probably not. The brands aren't gonna like that, Karis. They're not gonna like that. Let's remove that. I'm just kidding. Anywho, no, I totally stand for what you're doing. I'm the same way. I'm super sex positive, body positive, sex work positive, and I just I almost hated opening up the pod talking about like your fart thing. It just because that's like what you're so popularized for. But who you are is like so incredible. And that's like a very funny thing. But like you're a bad bitch. You're a boss bitch CEO. Like honestly, like you're killing it. And like that's what I want you to be known for,
Thank you.
So yeah.
And it's not going to limit anybody's or anyone's opportunities because you know what? I'm still on mainstream television. I'm still doing everything I want to be doing, even as, the CEO of Unfiltered. So I think the message that I want to be sending to women and to everybody is that you can do anything you want to do. Don't let anybody or anything stop you. So, just fart away.
Fart away into the sunset. Yeah. Okay. Love that for you. No, for real though. It also is very cool to me. I think OnlyFans is a great platform too. And what you're doing is a little different, and it's like a different thing. what you're
It's
doing. Like
very
people
different.
should have a profile on both because they're like two different things being accomplished, I feel like.
Very
But
different.
it's very cool though with the size of your platform right now. You
Mhm.
can be open to so many like cool ideas, like the crypto thing, like that's the part
Mhm.
I'm getting hyped about, for you, more than some of the other, like more than the content itself. It's like how you're managing this company and how you're growing it uniquely is
Mhm.
very badass.
We're like the more like the mom and pop, like the very specially curated. We're like we're not the super mainstream. We're more like focused on like the smaller creators. We work more hands-on. We're more one-on-one. We're more
Mhm.
about like featuring the more like mid-level smaller creators. So
Yeah.
it's really fun, and I love like reaching out to creators that haven't really been discovered yet and working on like hyping them up and featuring them and on working them to grow as creators. So that's kind of where we're at right now, but we are growing, and who knows, maybe we will be the next OnlyFans in just a few years. I
I
think we're
wouldn't be
getting
surprised.
there.
I wouldn't be surprised if you got bought,
That might happen. I've been talking to Tim Stokely, but he's not really the CEO anymore, is he?
No, the
He stepped
CEO of
down.
OnlyFans is an Indian woman.
Oh,
Do you know that?
I did.
I think that's freaking awesome.
I did, but I've been talking to Tim Stokely on Instagram, and
Okay, yeah, I mean that's your connect. That's awesome.
yeah, he's an interesting fellow.
The only reason I say is because, as an Indian woman, it's like such a
Mhm.
that's a stigma. That's a stigma. Okay, going back to the
Yeah.
proper use of stigma. Selling jars in a fart is not a stigma. That's we came up
Yeah.
with a different thing for that. This is for as a brown person, in the brown
Mhm.
community. What a strong woman to like be like, yeah, I'm running this
Yeah.
company and like I'm driving this vision and like say what you will about me. I just thought that was interesting because
Shake.
it's
So
like I think yeah.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
question for you. Like, this is a curious like thing that I have for you. So after your
Yeah.
time on Love is Blind, like, did brown women come for you?
They have come for me. They continue to come for me. But I just tell them I'm
Really?
taken. I'm taken. I'm sorry. I have a girlfriend now.
No, but do they come for you? Like, do
See what
they
I did there?
come for you? Do they want to kill you?
You know what? Lots of times hate is a thinly veiled version of love.
Really?
So yeah.
Oh
I'll say
man.
this way. I'll say it this way. I'll say it this way. It's the most hatred I've ever gotten in my life, and it's by
Mhm.
far the most love I've ever gotten in my life. So
Oh
it's
my
like
gosh.
it's like
I mean,
I would say there's more love than hate. There's more hate online for sure. Online, the
mhm.
hate is like an avalanche. In real life, where it matters, it's pretty good.
As soon as I saw you on Love is Blind, like literally the first thing you said on the show, I was like, "Yep, that's the villain."
That's
There he
the
is.
honest guy, the honest, unsuspecting guy, the golden retriever. That's what I am. I'm just wagging my tail, doing stuff like, what's going on, guys? Why is everyone looking at me like that?
No,
Next thing you know,
I wouldn't say that.
I'm
I
up
wouldn't
there
say
at the
that.
stake.
Shake,
I'm at the
no.
burning at the stake, and they're all there, the townspeople with their pitchforks.
Mm.
And I'm like, what's
I
going
don't
on, guys?
know. I don't know about that though. Well, here's the thing though, because like I think that they first of all, like the way they edited your sentences, like I was like, ooh, damn.
Let's talk about this. Because
Oh,
you know how it works, right?
oh man, I know exactly how it works. But like the things you said, I was like, the women are gonna come for him. He said something about fat girls. Yup, done, dead.
Did I? Did I though? Did I
Did
though say
you?
something about fat girls, or
I
did I
mean,
say that I prefer a girl I can lift up my shoulders? Because
but
look at
you
me,
might
look
as
at me.
well.
I'm a weak guy. I'm a weak guy. Look
How
at these
tall are
noodle
you?
arms. I'm 6 feet. Noodle
Oh.
arms. Noodle arms. Chicken legs. Okay. I am not strong enough to pick up a girl, even though I might find her beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
not strong enough. I like to feel I can care for my woman in that way. And it would be a
Uh-huh.
disservice, honestly, if I were to be with a woman that I couldn't treat her that way. Like, for
Okay.
example, Emily falls asleep watching movies all the time. She'll
Mhm.
pick the movie and then she'll fall asleep. I'm like, all right, you're not picking the movie from now on. But anyway,
Mhm.
I always pick her up and I carry her into our bed and like tuck her in. And I love that I can do that. You know what I mean? Like it makes
Okay.
me feel like, I don't know, call it whatever you want, but it makes me feel kind of manly to be able to take care of my woman in that way.
Okay.
And so I'm here on Love is Blind. I'm like, I want this shit to work. Whatever happens here, I want it to work out. So like, I need to get myself in the ballpark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I was trying to do. Obviously, you know, people had their fun with it. I did myself, but
yeah,
I hope that sheds more light on it.
So the way I see it is that like we are in a society where any little thing you say will be twisted completely out of context. So as soon as you said that, I knew that people were going to twist it into something completely the opposite. So you may have meant it that way, but I just knew that people were going to run with it the completely opposite direction. And I know because I was on reality TV. So like I would say something that I could have meant in a completely innocent way, but the wolves will come out for you.
The wolves.
Yeah. So it's just unfortunate.
It is and it isn't, Stephanie, because as the wolves reveal themselves, so do the St. Bernards. Okay. vet humor. As the wolves reveal themselves, as people who show themselves to be, you know, your foes, they come out from the trees, from amongst the sheep. So do the big St. Bernards of your life that say, hey, pal, I'm here with you. And for every wolf I drew out, I drew out 2 St. Bernards. I found out who's going to be my ride or die groups, people, individuals, organizations. And knowing that is awesome. And I feel and I feel incredible about it. So that's why I can't ever really take back what I said or how I said it. I said it in a genuine way. You can twist that up and change it, you know, all day long. But at the end of the day, I was being real, and anybody who takes the time to get to know me will know that.
But is there anything that you kind of wish you could take back?
Yes, only because of, you know, hey, make fun of me all you want. Like go to town. I love it. I love the attention. Okay. Yeah. But anything that would have hurt somebody else, I take back. Even if I meant it truthfully. Yeah. You know, for example, like the whole Deeps being reminding me of my aunt. Okay.
That's not that bad.
It's okay. It's not. Thank you. We agree on that.
It's not that bad.
Thank you. But it ended up hurting her so much. I wish I hadn't said it. If it was me making fun of myself, I'm like, okay, whatever, because I was honest. But like it was a genuine thing. She's met my aunt. She was at the fake wedding. I call it the fake wedding because of how it was a fake. And my aunt's wonderful. I feel comfortable with my aunt. I feel at home with my aunt. But I don't feel a spark with my aunt. Yeah. That's all I was saying. Get what I'm, you know?
I completely agree. I think it's just like one of those things that like goes over your head. But I mean, it's like, it's kind of to me like saying, oh, you know, it's like my sister. It's like my mom. It doesn't really mean anything. I think it's because maybe you said it so many times, but I just assumed that it was because like maybe producers were like, hey, that thing you said, say it again. Like they're coaching you. And I know you can't really say that.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're saying it. You know, I'm not going to confirm or deny, but like, that's kind of how it is. And then like all the other stuff you talk about doesn't always get shown.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I know because, for example, when I was filming before the 90 days, you're repeatedly asked certain questions that will lead you to answer things a certain way over and over and over again, which will make you look like an absolute dickhead over and over and over again. Yeah. And it's done in a specific way in order to kind of, you know, make you look like a dickhead. And then you watch yourself on television looking like a dickhead and you're just like, oh, I wonder if that was done on purpose to make you look like a dickhead.
I know.
Huh.
I mean, did I seem a little like aggravated at the reunion? Because I was so upset and hurt by like kind of how everything happened and how everybody is just like, oh, you're the villain. All right, peace, dude. Like we don't want to be friends with you now that you're
they don't want to be associated.
And I was like, are you kidding? Like nothing new really came out. on the show.
Mhm.
You guys, everybody here knew everything that happened.
Yeah.
But now that like people, my image is bad, even though you know the truth, now you want to just like act brand new. Like, what the hell?
Mhm.
So that was hurtful.
Yeah.
And that was hurtful to me. And it made me lash out. I mean, I will say I said a lot of accurate, true things at the reunion,
Mhm.
but the way I said it was a man that was hurt and lashing out.
Yeah. Well, it's so good that you can actually acknowledge and say that, but I will say this, like, for example, if you were to like blow up in some big way, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months from now, have some huge success. Let's say you have an NFT project and you
Mm-hmm.
fucking blow up, you get millions of followers. Guess who's going to be crawling up your ass? Guess who's going to be hitting you up,
Is that what happened with you?
Oh, hell yeah. Like
Yeah.
cast members who wanted nothing to do with
Mhm.
me when I was the villain of my season
Exactly.
would be hitting me up when I was going viral. Oh my God, girl, I'm so proud of you. You're amazing. It's people want nothing to do with you, would never be messaging me, would be all up my other cast member, my co-star's ass when because she was the popular one. She was
Exactly. Oh my
the
God, you nailed
beloved
it.
one.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
We actually are so similar,
Mm-hmm.
in our stories and how things happened. And I really think it was like kind of fateful that we became friends because we were already, just so everyone knows, like early on in the show coming out, Steph, I don't know who messaged who first or added who or whatever, but like
Mm-hmm.
it was early. We've been chatting for a minute and I was like, this is my friend in all this, like I'm
Mm-hmm.
not finding friendship in my own cast, but I found friendship in Stephanie who like understands my position and that's why I was super pumped to have her on. Seeing how she's taken her villain story and flipped that 180,
Yeah.
honestly, like flip that shit on its head. Like you went Kanye on that shit. That's why I respect you, because you're like me. You're like, anything negative that happens to me, I'm going to make that my positive. You did this to
Yeah.
me. Well, I'm going to use that. You made me a villain. I'm going to use being a villain to help animals get adopted and, like raise like awareness about this like fringe art that you might not know about or whatever. Right. So tell
Yeah.
me how you did that. How'd you flip the script like that?
I think I just like embraced being a villain. I just don't really care what people think about me. I know that no matter what I do, people are still going to hate me. Like for a period of time, I tried really, really hard to make people like me. And then the harder I tried to make people like me, the more they hated me.
Because you were
So then
disingenuous.
so then I just stopped doing that. I was like, all right, fuck this. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to
Yeah.
work. So then
Yeah.
I just decided to have fun with it. And also, don't try to play the villain too hard either, because
Mm-hmm.
then you'll just irritate people, and they'll be
Right.
so annoyed with you. So
Right.
don't
Right.
do that
Right.
either. Just kind of like do you. Just have fun. Just do whatever makes you happy. Just be genuine and like find whatever projects make you happy. And that's kind of what I did. Is just and I personally I find joy in being a troll. And
Me too. I know it's a curse. It's a curse.
yeah. So like I just like fucking with people. So this is why I'm farting in jars.
That's
And
why.
yeah, so this is where life has led me.
Yeah.
And I think people have actually caught on because I
Okay.
sometimes go on Reddit and people are like, I think Steph is just fucking with us. And I'm here for it. And I'm like,
Nice.
yes.
That's hilarious. That's okay.
Yeah.
We share the same toxic trait then.
Yeah.
We're trolls. It's in our DNA. It's there's a
Yeah.
sincere satisfaction you get from trolling that money cannot buy it. Money cannot buy it. Do
No,
we agree on that?
right? Yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
That's so funny.
It's so great.
Let me ask you like a very meta question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think society truly wants people to be genuine and authentic? Or do you think that they say that's what they want, but what they really want is just something that's like, I don't know even what the word, like not even censored, but like just diluted, sanitized. Do they want some kind of sanitized version of it that's just easy to swallow? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what it is. I think people just want to follow the herd. And I think people just want to be told what to believe, and just that's that. I think that's like the safe thing for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is why that's what you saw on the tell-all with you even. Like, people just found it safer to gang up against you. Nobody wanted to go against the grain and to agree with you, to
Mm-hmm.
agree with, what you were saying. It's kind of why I wanted to agree with you. I was like, I want to go with the black sheep.
Yeah, the brown sheep.
The brown sheep.
The brown
Yeah.
sheep.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, exactly. I think that, I don't know. I think that's, I don't know. What do you think? I want to know your
Oh, I
opinion
mean,
on it.
that was a leading question, I think. I mean, definitely the second one. I don't think
Yeah.
people want the truth. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that it is what it is. People don't want to think for themselves is kind
Mm-hmm.
of what the thing is. No critical thought. It is totally that sheep mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I will say this. I am open to some criticism too, because
Mm-hmm.
people say you can be honest without being a dick. And I
Yes.
totally agree. That's like an area I could work on. But in a lot of instances, and you kind of talked about this earlier, what you're like having to apologize for is
Mm-hmm.
just something so far from what really happened, where you're like, I can't like make this apology. Like, this apology is literally just to appease people who think something happened. But like,
Yeah.
what does that do to your apology then? If like, what good is a fake apology?
I agree. I was forced to apologize for so many things that didn't even happen, based off of like fake edited things that happened in air quotes
Mm-hmm.
on a reality TV show that was just like highly edited footage on a reality TV show. And it's like, what am I apologizing for? This is just like a highly curated statement to appease the masses. Who are you people? Why am I even apologizing to you?
I
Who the
know.
hell, who the fuck are you? The only person I'm going to apologize to is my mom, my
Mm-hmm.
family, and my friends. I'm not the president of the United States. I'm not a public figure. I'm just a reality TV star.
Right?
What I do does not personally affect anybody, their
Shouldn't.
lives, or yeah, shouldn't affect anybody personally. Why do
Mm-hmm.
I have to apologize?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not doing anything terrible. Like, I'm not committing war crimes. Leave me alone, Like, it's just so crazy to me,
Yeah, it is. It
Like,
truly is.
unless there's like a huge scandal where people are like losing money, or like I'm scamming people, like why the hell should I apologize?
Exactly.
Like, nobody was like severely hurt. Like, I understand if you wanted to like personally, privately apologize to like Deep D for things that you said, but like to issue like these freaking
Blanket statements.
apologies, yeah,
You
public
know,
statements, they're so fake and stupid.
so
People are
fake.
dumb.
And that was part of the reason I was so annoyed at this reunion too,
Mhm.
because it's like I'm seeing these people and I know like they hate this person through their teeth, and like,
Mhm.
but they're like writing up this thing. I'm like, how is that a genuine like thing? How are you going to behave like this? Or even just like, when the cameras are on, people are different, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And they are just all so grateful for the fact that you are getting all of this hate, because it's probably covering up all of their bullshit that they're so glad is not being exposed. They're like, all the hate's on him right now. Thank God, no one's focusing on my bullshit.
yeah,
Like,
that's kind of what
because
happened.
none of them are innocent. That's what happened with some of the my cast members. It's like, all the heat's on me this week, not on me, thank God. Like, so I
Yeah.
think that's the thing. And I think when I was watching your tell all, I was just like, it's not the fact that, that like no one's like these people, they all kind of suck.
They all do.
They
Yeah.
all kind of suck. Like, I was watching it with one of my friends and I was like, who do you like out of everybody? I was like, honestly, no one. I think Shake is probably the most honest of all of them. All of these people are acting like they're saints, like they're better, but like everyone here is superficial. They're all acting like they're not. And like Shake is so bad for like being superficial, but
Hmm.
everybody is. We all
Totally.
are.
Totally. Totally.
I think there's nothing wrong with having
preference.
physical standards and having preferences.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
What's your
like,
type, Steph?
After years of trying to figure it out, I have a boyfriend now.
You have a boyfriend.
I have a boyfriend. I am still bisexual, but I have a boyfriend. I mean, I don't know. Is he a brown man? He's North African.
I don't know. Is he or not? Is he brown?
He's brown, I guess.
Okay, he's brown.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
I mean, it's not a tough question, Steph. Like, come on.
I don't know. Like, he's Moroccan, so
Okay, he sounds dope.
Yeah, he's wonderful, and he's French Moroccan, and I guess that's my type. But
French Moroccan.
I
Good for you. How long have you been together?
We've been I don't know.
Okay, I know you're in love. Time is a construct when right.
Yeah,
it's like doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the vibes. That's what matters.
Yeah, like we've been seeing each other since last summer, but I don't know when we made it official.
Oh, for sure.
So we've just been traveling together. But I think my type physically is dark features. So I don't really like blonde people.
Yeah.
So I'm the opposite of you.
Exactly. You're that's probably another reason why we got along so well. We're counterparts in that arena.
Yeah. If I see blonde, I'm like, fuck no. Yeah. Absolutely not. No blonde hair, no blue eyes. If I see a speckle of rosacea on some pale skin, absolutely not.
That's hilarious. But that doesn't mean you have any internalized racism or self-hatred. It's just not your preference.
I just don't like those features. It's just, I mean, I'm not racist against white people.
It's about having sex with somebody and like marrying them, not like respecting them as an individual. Yeah. That's another thing that got like super blown out of proportion. It's like, we're talking about sexual attraction. This isn't a job interview.
No.
Right? It's like, of course not. Or even a friendship test or whatever.
Yeah.
It's different.
And here's the thing. I have been sexually and physically attracted to people in the beginning of dating them. And then over time that kind of sort of fades. But I'm still in love with them, and I'm still dating them, and I'm still having sex with them. I think it's just something you really need in the beginning of a relationship.
To glue it together.
To kind of glue it together. You need that like spice in the beginning to kind of kick things off.
Well, even if you're not like horned up like 24/7 like you were in the very beginning, you still want to see that person and be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you still want to feel that way. And that's like an argument people always say, what about after she has kids and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but like we grew through that together. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like I loved you during those changes. So like obviously I still love you now. But what people are trying to say is it's like, why don't you accept that from the start? Like before you even, but no, you have to have something in the start.
You need it in the beginning. You need that like little spark of chemistry. Now, there are certain instances and cases where maybe in the beginning you can wait it out a little bit and like maybe you can kindle that flame a little bit. It has happened. And I think sometimes if you give it a chance, it can happen. I think maybe, you gave it a shot and it didn't happen. But you don't have to freaking apologize for that.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
Like you
let me ask you this. What are your favorite things about your boyfriend?
I love his eyes. I love his curly dark hair. I like his generosity, his kindness. He works with me. He's into crypto stuff. Okay, so cool. We collaborate on projects together. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met. He motivates me and he keeps me on track. Like he was just visiting me the past 2 weeks and he taught me how to implement like time management strategies. And I was like, my mind was blown. So after he's left, I'm like now back on track with my schedule. And it's like, I feel like a good partner makes you a better person. Totally. So, and he's that type of person. All of my previous exes made me a horrible version of myself. So I feel like he's my soulmate. He's like the person that I'm going to marry and spend the rest of my life with. Hopefully, if not, I'll probably end up in a psychiatric hospital. It's one of those relationships where if it ends, I'm not going to be okay.
in its own way, that's sweet, I guess. But, take better care of yourself at the same time.
It's not going to be a good breakup. So I've actually told him that. I was like, don't break up with me because I'm not going to be okay.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Hey, so listen, Steph, we're getting close to wrapping up here, but I did want to hear about your NFT project. You talked about the jars themselves, but the NFT project is its own animal. Mind telling us about that?
So after my fart jar hospitalization, I was like thinking to myself, I have to retire and I don't really know what direction I can really take this in. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take fart jars digital, because that's not really going to put my health at risk. So I started working with a team of digital artists on the first ever line of digital fart jars. So we created 5,000 unique fart jars, and some of them actually come with redeemable jars of farts.
Oh, wow.
So we released this collection and they're available to be minted on fartjarsnft.com. And we've sold, I believe, over 500 already.
It's incredible.
And all holders of these fart jars NFTs will also gain access eventually to a build a brand course, which will teach you how to build your own brand from the ground up, and will also have access to a one-on-one coaching session with me as well. So if you guys want to mint a fart jar, a special unique fart jar NFT, go to fartjarsnft.com.
Love that.
They're very adorable. They're cartoon fart jars. Some of them have like cute little toppers that are like digital artworks of my dogs.
Oh.
Some are of my boob.
Just one?
Just like a boob with a nipple on it.
Oh, okay.
It's very cute.
Okay.
I love the artwork.
So you could get two of them and hold them together, I guess.
Yeah, and like I'm always like brainstorming new NFT projects. I am like working on kind of like a different one, a completely different idea that might be launching very soon. So keep an eye out on that. Yeah,
we'll save that for session 2, part 2.
Yeah. So we'll see, but I'm very excited about that.
Love it. Well, you are just as impressive on the podcast as you are on the other forms of social media you can be found on. Let's quickly run down where people can find you after this.
Yes. So everyone can find me on Instagram at Stepanka Matto. If you want to join Unfiltered, just go to unfiltered.com, unfiltrd.com. You can join as a member or a creator so you can make some money. And that's pretty much where you can find me.
Sick. Love that. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Life is Blurry. We'll catch you next time.